Bet horse racing on DRFTV. We'll match your first deposit of $200. Get free expert picks and past performances, plus weekly cash back. All from Daily Racing Form, the most trusted name in horse racing. Hi everybody, Dan Illman here, taking a look at the New Year's Day feature race at Santa Anita. Race number 7 is the Grade 3 Santa Ynez Stakes. Newly turned 3-year-old fillies going 7/8 of a mile. Let's take a peek at this field. The horse they're all going to have to beat is the number 2, Justique, who won the Santa Stakes last time out at Del Mar and just showed off a scintillating turn of foot coming from last after a poor break to blow by those horses and win very, very easily. She is an exciting contender for trainer John Sheriff's. She's raced 3 times. The only loss came as the favorite going 2 turns in the Chandelier. Maybe she will stretch out down the road, but for right now it looks like she is a powerhouse late-running sprinter and really is all about how she gets out of the gate and if she gets comfortable and gets some pace to run at late. She's the horse to beat. We throw up the Timeform US pace projector. The 6 Parity set the pace in the Santa Ynez before being outfinished by Justique. She went very fast in the early portion of that race, however, and as you see in this Timeform US pace projector, it's not a red bar scenario indicating a fast pace. Maybe Parity will have an easier time of it up front. The 7 Ice Dancing went gate to wire going 2 turns in her most recent start. I expect her to sit in here. Maybe a horse like the number 4 Hunting Coco can show some speed as well. She did chase those fast fractions last time out in the Santa Ynez, but I agree with Timeform US. I think Parity will make the lead. Satin Doll is the number 1, returning to dirt for trainer Doug O'Neill. They tried her on the polytrack surface at Turfway last time out, going 2 turns. She finished a well-beaten 3rd. It's likely that's not her best surface. She won her career debut going 5/8 of a mile at Del Mar sprinting. Her next 2 races came against tough competition, one in the Grade 2 Sorrento, one in a stakes race at Keeneland. Just didn't show a lot of early speed in that race and didn't fire much late. She might have the same running style as Justique, and I'm not sure she's as good of a closer as that one. Here's the number 2, Justique, winning the Santa Ynez. In her most recent start, she had to break from the inside post. She didn't break very well, but she settled in last behind a very fast pace, swept by him on the turn, kept on going. Very respectable 81 Beyer speed figure, beating a couple of these. Now, I don't think the Santa Ynez was the strongest field in the world, but just the way Justique was striding out on the stretch, it tells you that she's a legitimate stakes, graded stakes horse, and if she gets the right setup, she'll be rolling late. Anything close to that last race makes her very tough. Obviously, there's always a bit of a question about the break. She hasn't gotten away to a good start in any of her 3 races. The 3 is Lily Poo, and she scored last time out in this race at Del Mar. This is her 3rd lifetime start, going 6.5 furlongs. It's worth noting, however, that she had a big advantage over the rest of this field. The 5 other horses in the race were all first-time starters. Lily Poo not only had 1 race under her belt, but 2 prior starts. This is Lily Poo's 3rd race. She's game to win. She earned a good Beyer speed figure of 76 and makes her first start now for Michael McCarthy, an excellent horseman. We'll find out a lot more about Lily Poo from a class standpoint. She's more of a stalker than a speed type. She'll likely try to get the jump on Justique from the second flighters. So, Hunting Coco is up next. Big debut winner sprinting at Del Mar, but then no match for them in the Chandelier, no match for them in the Santa Ynez, finishing behind Justique on both occasions. That 77 Beyer speed figure in the debut, if she can somehow run back to that race, it makes her a contender at a very big price. John Velasquez picks up the mount. I just wish she did a little bit more running last time out in the Santa Ynez. Fast and Shiny is up next. She's moving turf to dirt, and the last time she raced on the dirt was in the Del Mar Debutante, a Grade 1 stakes race where she was part of a very fast pace and she paid the price. She was beaten about 20 lengths. I think they're going to try to revert to the tracking tactics that worked so well for her in her career debut on the dirt at Del Mar, going 5/8 of a mile where she rallied from off the pace under Florent Giroux. I generally like horses cutting back in distance. She's going 7 furlongs. She's cutting back from those 2 turf races going a mile. I do think dirt is her better surface. Parity is up next, and we talked about Parity during the pace projector segment. She was just part of a very fast pace in the Santa Ynez, and she paid the price against Justique. If she wants to make the lead in here, she likely makes an easier lead than she did last time. It's also worth noting that she won her debut at Churchill Downs from slightly off of the pace over a wet
wet track, and we're expecting a little bit of wet weather in Southern California over the weekend. Parity can lead or rate. I think she's going to go to the front, and I wouldn't be surprised if she gives a better performance. Here's Ice Dancing's most recent race for trainer Dick Mandella. This horse was third in the Del Mar Debutante, then fourth in the Chandelier as a maiden. They found a good spot. Two-turn maiden special weight at the Great Race Place. She was 2-5, and she had to work a little bit in here. She went right to the lead. She took pressure, and she's really not getting away from this horse in the stretch. I think it shows perhaps that she might actually be more effective turning back in distance, and that's what she gets here. And I like the fact that she is turning back in distance with the tactical speed and the attack outside post position to find a good spot early. And I gave you a hint of where I'm going to go in this race. My top pick in here is the 7 Ice Dancing. She is going to have to step it up if she's going to outrun the 2 Justique to the wire. She's just a better gate horse than Justique. She's going to get the jump on Justique and maybe even Lily Poo from right up close to the pace, and maybe she can hold off Justique's late kick. She'll be a better price for certain. I went 7-2-3-4 in the Grade 3 Santa Ynez for 3-year-old fillies on New Year's Day at Santa Anita. Good luck.